Pennsylvania Democratic Senate nominee John Fetterman hit back at Fox News' Tucker Carlson. So now earlier this month, Tucker Carlson went after John Fetterman because Dr. Oz's campaign is a complete and utter trash fire. So he figured, hey, Dr. Oz, you might need a little help. Never fear. Here comes Tucker Carlson to tell you what a real populist is.
Fetterman had spent his adult life going to school, first to business school, then to Harvard for a so-called Masters of Public Policy, which for the uninitiated is an utterly meaningless document that you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get in order to tell people that you went to Harvard. And amazingly, boldly, given that he was a professional student living off his rich family, John Fetterman decided to run as a blue-collar populist. Only rich kids think like that. And by the way, only rich kids wear hoodies to political events. Oh, I'm a working man, I'm wearing a hoodie. No working man actually wears a hoodie to a political event. Oh, your stupid little fake tattoos. It's a costume, of course. Duh. It's not real.
Isn't it funny how everyone is a fake populist except for Tucker Carlson? The Swanson heir worth $30 million? Look, it's the same attack that he uses against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Hey, you're not a real populist. Well, why is that? You don't hate immigrants like I do. That's not a populist position. No, you're a demagogue. No, but look, here's the difference, right? Between the right and the left. And again, left-wing populists are actual populists. The right-wing, again, demagogues. For example, John Fetterman wants to legalize marijuana. Now, that's a popular position, right? Does Tucker Carlson want to legalize marijuana? Does he talk about it? Does he want to give nonviolent drug offenders who were imprisoned for possession of marijuana their freedom back? No, I don't think so. Tucker Carlson, not in favor of freedom. Populists, right? What about healthcare? Now, Fetterman says, well, I support Medicare for all. Well, then so does a majority of the American people. What about Tucker Carlson? Does Tucker Carlson support healthcare for everybody? No. Does Tucker Carlson want to tax the rich? Well, no, because he would be affected by it. Does Tucker Carlson want childcare, paid leave, policy positions? No. Because right-wing populism is not about making your lives better. It's about making other people's lives worse to make some people feel better. That's it. So now Fetterman responded to Tucker Carlson's video in an op-ed. He writes, Tucker Carlson wants to talk about my tattoos. So let's talk about them. I have 9 dates tattooed on my right forearm. Each one is a day on which someone died violently in Braddock, Pennsylvania, while I was mayor. Gun violence and violent crime might be jokes to someone like Carlson, but they are very real to people in towns like Braddock. Fetterman recounted some of the killings in his op-ed, including Christopher Williams, shot dead delivering pizzas, 23-month-old Nia Page, who was sexually assaulted by her father, then left to die in the snow. It's horrifying. And said, the tattoos are not some costume. They are reminders of the people we have lost and what I'm fighting for. The stories of the people whose lives we tragically lost are still with me every single day, not just on my arm, but in every decision I make as an elected official. They remind me of why I'm here and why I'm doing this. Now, the thing that strikes me most about Tucker Carlson's opinion on this is the projection. Again, Tucker Carlson's populism is not real. It's a costume, a lot like the bow tie he used to wear. And the guy tries to pretend, well, not very hard, but pretends to be on the side of working people. The thing is, he champions positions and policy that helps rich people, that divides working people for the benefit of the actual elites. While, again, he claims, oh, no, I'm fighting the elites. But here's the thing, right? Tucker Carlson doesn't talk about labor. Does he ever talk about labor unions? Does he ever talk about all the different unionization efforts that are happening? There was one example that I can think of. One example. That's when he brought on Chris Smalls, right? So he brings on Chris Smalls, who started in the Amazon union in I believe, New York. And guess what he tried to do? He tried to get him to attack AOC. That's what he brought Chris Smalls in the show to do. Now, Smalls is a good person. He stayed on a pro-labor message because that's the whole point. Remember that in Tucker Carlson's mind, everything is an act. Everything is to, to get power or to promote their own message, to help them make money, etc. Everything to him is a costume. When he meets people that are actually genuine and care about the things that they're doing, for example, Smalls trying to help unionize Amazon's warehouses, which are incredibly brutal places to work. He just doesn't understand that that's real. For him, it's a costume. It's like, oh, no, why would you actually care about something unless you're going to benefit from it? But that's Tucker Carlson. That's who he is. And so Smalls, he's not going to get brought back on Tucker Carlson because he stayed in this pro-labor message. And, that's why Tucker Carlson, you'll never see him on Fox News again. And on, of course, universal health care, he says, well, I think Medicare for all bad. And that's the entire message from the network. And by the way, that's not just on Fox News. Of course, they all say the same thing on MSNBC, CNN, that's all corporate media. They hate the idea of expanding healthcare, Medicare to everyone. But for Tucker Carlson, his focus is on the culture wars. Because in reality, when it comes to economic issues, he, like the other, stations, the other channels that I had mentioned, are the elite. There's nothing working class about Tucker Carlson. So for him to, again, project like this, pretty damn hilarious.